There are many wonderful parts of who you are that you can turn around and even create into tools to help you with your anxiety, to help you with your relationships, and to help you be more successful. Welcome back to Therapy Explained. My name is Deniss. I'm the therapist of color for people of color and your very own mental health cheerleader. As you may already know, I make videos about all things mental health because I believe that mental health information should be free and accessible to everyone. If you agree and you would like to help spread the word, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you find this video useful, helpful, or entertaining, please give this video a thumbs up. Every video also comes with its own cheat sheet that I make available to you on Instagram. So to get access to that, make sure that you're following me at Talk Therapy. Today we're going to be talking about ways in which anxiety can actually be good for you. So let's talk about it. Number one, it keeps us safe. Now, anxiety is a normal biological response that tries to keep us safe. Remember that your brain's main purpose is to keep you alive, and it does that by constantly assessing for any threat that might be around us. Now, this goes way back to the time in which we actually had more frequent run-ins with things or people that were dangerous to us, like life-threatening to us. Nowadays, we don't have many incidents like that. We're not really exposed to too many threatening situations, and the threatening situations look different than they did back then, but that system is still in place. Whenever we feel like someone might cause harm to us, even if it's psychological, emotional, or not necessarily life-threatening but still physical threat to us and our safety, our body will completely turn on to try to protect us. This keeps us safe. This is when we know what maybe an area, a person, or a situation might not be safe for us. Again, to protect all parts of us, not just physical parts of us, but all of us. And it helps us make better decisions in order to keep us safe. Now, ideally, once we assess for our surroundings and understand that we're actually safe, or make a decision to keep ourselves safe, ideally that system is supposed to regulate. The reason we end up with an anxiety disorder is because that system is having a really hard time regulating itself. I have a whole video and even a workshop on anxiety so that you can understand your anxiety a little bit better if it feels chronic. But in this way, anxiety can be good for us because it helps us assess for safety, keeps us safe, and then ideally regulates. Helps build empathy. Now, like I mentioned, our system turns on and assesses for our surroundings. But in the same way, because everything's turned on and we're trying to read the surroundings, we're also learning to become better at reading people's facial expressions and behaviors. So their nonverbal communication. We're better at picking up if someone's upset or sad or uncomfortable, or if something is off about someone that we're used to engaging with. This makes us great people, great friends, because we're more empathetic to what they might be experiencing. We're more tuned into their behavior and behavior changes. This can make us a really good friend, a really good partner, or a really good family member, co-worker, support system, because again, we're better at reading people's nonverbal cues about something that might be off, and then oftentimes we do something about it to try to help them and support them. It makes us great problem solvers. Again, our whole system is turned off and our brain is wired to constantly run through scenarios. This is what we call sometimes catastrophizing, black and white thinking of like the worst thing that could happen. While these cognitive distortions themselves are not necessarily the most helpful in the moment, if we let them kind of take over, then and we take them as fact, if we do that, they're not that helpful. But if we tend to say, okay, worst case scenario, and we try to problem solve it, it can help us plan for the future. Okay, worst case scenario happens, I'm prepared. If I go to a job and I don't get this job, well, I'll apply to other ones. One, that skill can help us reduce our levels of anxiety by understanding that even if the worst things happen, we're still okay. But number two, it also helps us feel more prepared. We are capable of saying, okay, these are the potential consequences of this behavior. These are the potential consequences or results of certain decisions that I might make. And it helps us better understand what we want and where we're headed and make the decisions that will get us there. So we're great problem solvers because we come up with a lot of scenarios, and if we do it appropriately and we take control over these many scenarios that our brain is coming up with, it actually helps us become better problem solvers. Highly persistent. People who have anxiety sometimes struggle with a lot of negative thoughts, and some of those negative thoughts and distorted thoughts can be this idea to be perfect. We're highly motivated to do things well, to do things on time, to do things efficiently. And a part of that can actually be that we want to also learn to manage our anxiety, which I know seems a little bit ironic. Because we're anxious, that motivates us to try to manage our anxiety. And that is because we're really good at taking care of other people. We want to be successful, we want to do things well, and we also want to kind of manage our anxiety well, which is good. This can be one of the biggest motivators and ways to be successful when you're learning to manage your anxiety, because I know that you want to learn how to manage it, to get control over it and not feel so overwhelmed by it. So sometimes this part of your anxiety can be good to help you make progress within your treatment. Ultimately, I want to leave you with this thought. I know that anxiety is painted as a disorder, and it absolutely can be if it feels overwhelming. But not everything that you do is horrible. You're not broken, you're not, a crazy person. You're dealing with anxiety. Now, there's so many reasons for it, and therapy can be a good space to help you understand what developed your anxiety for you. But not all of it is horrible either. There are many wonderful parts of who you are that you can turn around and even create into tools to help you with your anxiety, to help you with your relationships, and to help you be more successful. You're gonna feel anxiety again at some point in your life because you're a human being. And again, anxiety serves some good purposes and can be helpful at times. So we want to keep an eye on it, keep it from becoming a disorder, and if it does, seek help. I hope this video encouraged you to look at yourself and some of the anxiety that you might be experiencing into something more positive. If you agree that you do have strengths and were able to identify a few more, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share some of those positive things in the comments down below. As always, your cheat sheet is already available to you on Instagram to help remind you of your strengths. So go ahead and hop on over there to get access to that. But before you do, please give this video some love in any way that feels authentic to you. Every like, comment, subscription, and share helps spread the word about free mental health information and education, and of course, it's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, I'm always cheering for you.